All right, we are out in the woods in beautiful Houghton Lake, Michigan. And thank you for those who stayed with me for this. We have an extended downtime for DDO today, which is what I normally would be streaming at this hour. But since we have like all day downtime, and I thought, you know what? Let's mix it up and do something a little bit different. If you've never joined me for one of my wilderness walks before, this is one of my hobbies. And I'm very much a novice, you know, when it comes to identifying mushrooms and plants and stuff like that. But it's definitely something that I enjoy. Yes, thank you for saying, Mona. We are live. Refresh your streams if needed. Appreciate you seeing that. Mustang, thanks for tuning in for this. Oh no, the channel points are still active, damn it. I forgot to turn all those off. And I don't know if I can turn those off. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just have to worry about it later, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at this point, I want to add a disclaimer. You know, I'm going to talk about some edible stuff, whether it's mushrooms or plants. Please do not take my word for it, especially when it comes to the mushrooms, guys, because there are mushrooms that can make you sick, and there are mushrooms that can kill you. So, you know, never, ever, ever eat any kind of mushroom, like wild mushroom or plant, that you are not 100% sure of the identity of, okay? Please do your own research and be 100% sure. Do not take my word for it. Harley Freebird, good morning and welcome. Billy, good morning and welcome. All right, I stopped here because right here we have some wild bergamot. And I wanted to show you that, oops. Here we go. Here's some wild bergamot flowers. Look at those. Aren't those nice? This is like real life collectibles farming, guys. This is wild bergamot. Okay, and I'm going to keep the camera facing forward for most of this stream. Unfortunately, I'm doing Prism Live, and unfortunately I can't do the front and back camera simultaneously on Prism Live, at least not that I've realized how, which I really like. Artie, good morning and welcome. Thank you. And I want to say welcome to the channel. But I prefer Prism Live, at least for now, because I can see chat. Chat stays up. That's one of the problems I have with like the Streamlabs mobile app, is that chat comes up for like 10 seconds and then disappears. So if I'm not looking right at the screen when you guys chat, then I miss it. And there's no option to change that. And I just think that's so stupid. And I've looked at some other mobile streaming rigs, and I see these streamers actually have two phones. One for chat and one for, you know, it's like, are you kidding me? That seems outrageous to have a separate phone just for chat. But what do I know about knowing stuff? I'm just a man. A man who knows nothing. So here we got a little mushroom. Looks like, I mean, the critters have gotten into it. That's why it's flipped upside down here, and you got a little slug on it. I don't know what this is. Let's see. It's hard to tell because it's so chewed up. It could have been a chanterelle, but this thing is just obliterated, so we're just going to leave it right there. I don't have bug spray on right now because I wasn't sure if the mosquitoes would be active this time of day, so I may have to stop and do that. What is this? Whatever that is looks really weird. Feels like it might have been slimy at one time. I don't know, maybe that's just like slug snot trail or something. But also to the side of me, we have the bear corn. Now, I showed you guys when I was streaming from my fixed station, I showed you a picture of the bear corn, and that was the same stuff from a couple of months ago, but now it looks very different. And I'm not sure what these pods are. These might be like seed pods, I'm guessing. And this stuff is edible. I don't know if it's edible in this form, though. I know that it's edible in its other form, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're starving because it's bitter as hell. And this stuff is also called squaw root, and it's also called American cancer root. But I guess they call it bear corn because I guess bears like to eat it when they come out of hibernation. Star-Lord's dad, I have no idea. Okay, it looks like I do have some mosquitoes, so I'm gonna take a minute to apply some repellent. Let's see. Well, you know, I'm gonna hold off still just a little bit longer. I actually maybe should not have gone out here today because it looks like, I think we're gonna get thunderstorms in the 1 o'clock hour. But, you know, whatever. It's gonna be an adventure. That's what we're doing, guys. You know, we play DDO and we go on adventures in DDO. And for those of us who play pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons, we go on adventures. This is a real life adventure. When you go into the woods, it's always a real life adventure. You never know what you're gonna find. Here's another mushroom. But this thing has also been really, really tore up by the wild animals. Now, one of the fallacies about edible mushrooms is some people think that if the animals are eating the mushroom, then that must mean it's safe to eat for humans. And that is not true. So do not just assume that because animals ate a mushroom that it's okay for you to eat. There's some more bear corn right there. You have a 1 p.m. meeting. Oh no. All right, I'm definitely putting on some mosquito repellent. This is the stuff I'm using. This is called Murphy's Lemon Eucalyptus Oil, and I just got this about a month ago. I was really looking for like a natural alternative to mainstream mosquito repellents. Sorry, I got something on me. And, you know, so I was reading that lemon eucalyptus oil is like the only like FDA approved stuff, you know, like natural stuff. So I thought I'd try it. And this stuff really works. Unfortunately, this is like $10 a bottle. So, but the first time I tried it, you know, I came out here and I didn't even apply it until the mosquitoes started biting me. And then once I applied it, they left me alone. The mosquitoes here are really, really bad. I don't normally wear bug repellent when I like go on my daily walks, for example. These are woods that I walk through every single day. But this year the mosquitoes have been so bad. I mean, it's just really, really next level. I've literally, in my entire life, never seen mosquitoes as bad as they are this year. Anywhere. I'm coming over here because it looks like we got a mushroom. But this is just, I don't know what that is. This is maybe some kind of conch. I have no idea what that is or if it's edible. Here's something else, just loose. Oh, that's just a shelf mushroom or a conch. Yeah, I don't think you want to eat that. That stuff is usually really woody. Although there are some that you can eat, like the one that we harvested about a month ago on the live stream, which is called Chicken of the Woods. That is a conch or shelf mushroom that's nice and soft. And that was actually really good. You're buffering real bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody else buffering real bad? It sounds like it might be on Harley's end. We were talking about ghost pipe earlier, and I showed some pictures of this stuff on the live stream yesterday, just when we were chit-chatting, but here's some of it in real life. This is a non-photosynthetic plant. It is a parasite, and it doesn't have any chlorophyll, so you can see it lacks pigmentation. It looks so ghostly, it's so cool. And I guess, I'm not a botanist, I'm not an expert, but I guess there's like this weird three-way symbiosis between this plant, a certain family of mushrooms, and a certain type of tree. And there's more ghost pipe there and here. It really is all over the place here. There's another one there. And we're just going to keep our eyes peeled. And we are going to go on a little adventure. Oh, here's a mushroom. This one's so eaten up I can't tell what it is. And I just barely touched it and it broke off, but you could see the slugs getting at it from the top. It might be a chanterelle, but it's really hard for me to tell in this condition. And a chanterelle is an edible variety. Okay, thank you for saying it's just fine, Captain Kronk. French fries guy, good morning and welcome. What's your opinion on French fries? I love them. I wish they were good for me. I like potatoes just about in any form, but fried potatoes, whether it's home fries or hash browns, I'm all in. So, if you remember last time we did a wilderness walk, it was a few Sundays ago, I kind of got lost. And, you know, I can't get too lost back here because really I'm just in a 1 square mile patch of woods. So if I was truly lost, I could just walk in any direction for 15-20 minutes and I would get out, right? But I got, you know, a little lost, and there was a 2-track towards the end of the stream that looked very overgrown, and that's where I want to go today. We're going to find out where that overgrown 2-track goes to, because I haven't been down there. In fact, I don't normally go this way. I've been this way quite a few times, but I don't regularly go this way. But if we were to follow this trail for about a mile, we would come out basically at my uncle's house. My uncle who I bowl with. My only surviving uncle, who you guys have met on my stream when I have done some Sunday bowling specials back like in December, January. Okay, here I think we have some oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushroom season is largely over, but I am finding some. Yeah, these are oyster mushrooms, and they got some slug friends there too. These are edible, and we did a whole oyster mushroom stream about a month ago when they were more prevalent. This is a springtime mushroom in Michigan. This is an edible mushroom, and it's very, very common here. It grows on dead trees. Very easy to spot. Ooh, here's some cool mushrooms. I'm pretty sure these are not edible. I don't know what they are, but I think I've seen pictures of them, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what these are. Like I said, I am a novice, and you know, I don't know every last mushroom. There's a ton of mushrooms out here. And I don't know what this daddy longlegs is doing. Oh, he just jumped off. He looked like he was exercising or something. He was like gyrating. But then he jumped off as soon as I said something about him. He was like, I don't want to be on a live stream. But if you know what that mushroom is, by all means, I'd love to hear it. Because I'm not the expert. Yeah, I can hear it thundering now. So I think I'm going to get caught in the rain on this live stream. This is very poor planning on my part, which is typical for me. I'm not a planner. I'm more of a doer, and you know, not real smart about it. Hey, let's just go. Who cares what it's sunny now. So, yeah. I'm going to get caught in the rain. But that's okay. Because rain don't stain. And I won't melt. I'm not the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay? I'm not going to melt in the rain. Well, there are different kinds of chanterelles, and I don't know all the different varieties. And that might not have been a chanterelle, because, you know, they were the ones I've seen so far are so badly damaged that it's really hard to say. What we got here? Ooh. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of fungus growing on a stick, or maybe it's just a big pile of bird poop. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's poop, but this is really, really super spongy, whatever it is. Kind of creepy feeling. Yeah, it's starting to get dark here. We're about to get, I think, hammered by some rain and thunderstorms. I looked at the weather report, because when I came out, I saw that it was overcast. So I looked at the weather report real quick before I went live, and I saw that it said thunderstorms in the 1 o'clock hour. And I can now feel it's raining. But you know what? When it's raining in a wilderness zone and you're doing slayers, do you stop doing that? When it's raining in a wilderness zone and you're doing explorers, do you stop doing explorers? Do you run back to the tavern? Hell no. And just like they said back in the army, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. Darthius Dubious, good morning and welcome. And if there's anybody who's not normally part of my audience and you just stopped in here sort of randomly because it's in real live stream, I'm Voodu. Oops. And here's a beetle. Where'd he go? There he is. He was moving. Oh, he's camera shy. I'm Voodu, and I normally stream a video game called Dungeons & Dragons Online, an MMORPG based on the tabletop role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons. But once in a while, I stream, and I just started basically the last December, I started streaming some of my other hobbies, which include bowling, real-life bowling, and wild edibles foraging. And so sometimes, usually it's just like a Sunday fun day, you know, funsies thing, I'll do like a wilderness walk. But today, in my game, the servers are down all day for extended maintenance. So I'm like, well, you know, let's mix it up a little bit. What the hell? So normally during this time slot, I'm streaming Dungeons & Dragons Online. Okay, here we got, this is called St. John's wort. I've showed this on the live stream before. Some nice pretty yellow wildflowers. And right next to them we got some brambleberries. I believe these are dewberries, and if not, then they're some kind of hybrid. There's lots of hybrids. Brambleberries are the family of berries that like raspberries and blackberries and mulberries belong to, where they have like the clusters, and each little cluster nodule has like a little seed in it. So you can see these are just starting to turn red, not quite ripe yet. So, for those of you who joined me for that last wilderness walk, ooh, what do we got here? We got a oh, and there was a little frog too that hopped away. This is a bright thing. I don't know what this is. This could be a jack-o'-lantern, which is a poisonous mushroom. I'm not really sure. This thing is really ate up. Jack-o'-lanterns are usually at the base of trees, but they are orange like this. So I don't see any fins on the underside. If there were fins, I thought maybe it could be kind of chanterelle, but there's no fins, or there's a better term for it, because fins are technically different than like now I can't remember the name. Yeah, I don't know what this is. My best guess is it's a jack-o'-lantern, but I'm surprised to see it by itself. I've never seen jack-o'-lanterns, but I know they're in this area, and it's a poisonous mushroom. And they're not going to kill you, from what I've read, but they will give you intestinal distress. So for those of you who joined me for the wilderness walk a few weeks ago, where I kind of got lost, we actually, right here, we passed through here. So we came from that way, but we originally started in a very, very different place, and I didn't realize that this trail network connected with the other one. And so we came through here and we went out that way, and then I found the road. St. John's wort is good for depression and anxiety treatment. Nice. I knew it had some medicinal purposes, but I didn't know what. In any event, so we passed right through here last time, and I believe the 2-track I'm looking for is going to be this way. Unless it could be further towards the road, but I think it's this way. I'm not really sure. Here we have some wild daisies, a very common flower, but beautiful in its simplicity, I think. I really appreciate wildflowers. Here's a little more perfect one. Oh, and here we got some brambleberries right next to it. Not ripe yet. I think these are dewberries like the others, or some hybrid. Oh, and here, right down there, that purple flower is called heel-all. This is also a plant that has medicinal benefits and has a really unique looking flower. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love it. That thing looks alien. That looks like it would be in the monster manual, guys. And here we got some shamrocks. And shamrocks are edible. Notice that they have heart-shaped leaves, not to be confused with like clovers that have more like, yeah, their leaves aren't heart-shaped really. And you're not going to get a lot of sustenance off of a shamrock, but they do have a nice lemony taste to them. So I find the taste of shamrocks to be very pleasant. But you'd have to eat a whole lot of them for any real amount of sustenance. Beholder flower. Just keeping my eyes open for anything. Like I said, this is a real life adventure, guys. We go on adventures in Dungeons and Dragons and DDO, but this is a real life adventure. When you go out into the woods, you never know what you're going to find. Cool plants, mushrooms, animals, There was a baby deer curled up in a ball. I showed a picture on a live stream yesterday. A baby deer curled up in a ball right next to the trail. I think on Monday? Tuesday? No, Sunday? Just waiting for his mama to return. Here we have a mushroom, a different kind. I don't know what this is. I was just watching a video about mushrooms in the area, and I think the guy was talking about this kind of mushroom, but I can't remember what it was called. And you can see that it has been chewed on by critters. It's pretty firm. Has like the texture of like a dodgeball. And color. And I hear thunder. Here's a really little mushroom right in the middle of the trail. Right in the middle of the 2-track. I don't know what that is. It's really tiny though. And there's even smaller ones next to it. Here's another shroom. I don't know what this one is. Oops. I didn't mean to break it. I don't know what that is. It could have been an Eastern Destroying Angel, but I'm not sure. Eastern Destroying Angels are common here, and those are among the deadlier mushrooms, along with death caps. But it's, you know, I'm not going to get sick just handling it, you know, unless I'm sticking my fingers in my mouth, I suppose. Yeah, I was using a stick for the one thing, because it was so weird. I didn't know what it was at all. I didn't know if it was like a big bird poop dropping or something. But it was some kind of fungus. A couple more mushrooms back there, but they're really, really ate up. Yep, I'm seeing a lot of ate up mushrooms. Here's some more of that heal-all that we looked at a few minutes ago. This has medicinal purposes, though I have no idea for what. But I think that's why it's called heal-all. And there's a mosquito on my phone. But he's not biting me. And then here's some more right here. A couple of them. Okay, that 2-track I was looking for, I have a feeling that it was back the other way, but that's okay. You know, we're on an adventure, and that means we don't know what's ahead. Okay, here we got some more mushrooms. I don't know what these are. Again, they could be Eastern Destroying Angels. I don't know. I kind of don't think they are, but I'm really not sure. I think Eastern Destroying Angels have a ring around the stem. I forget what that's called. There's a lot of different features to mushrooms that have names. Fins, bulbs, spores, ridges. Ruffles have ridges, you know. But that's something different. Heel all can go in salads and can be boiled to make in soups. You get an herbalist, try sell me some at the restaurant. Nice. I'm going to keep my eye out for poison. I not know how to identify it. It's definitely out and about this time of year, and I didn't know how to identify it until I was much older. And I had many cases of poison ivy growing up. I am highly allergic to it. Okay, well, the sun's coming back out and the thunder seems like it's moving away, so we might have dodged a bullet with the weather. There's some more mushrooms. I don't know what they are. Three in a row. Ooh, there's another one. And another one. Here's some more here. Daddy Longlegs. You're a star. Well, I think this might be that overgrown 2-track that I was talking about. Let's see. Yes. Okay, so this was one of my goals today. So when we did the nature walk a few weeks ago, and I got kind of lost, we came across this 2-track, which is very overgrown, and I have no idea where it goes, but I can tell that, you know, like the 4-wheelers aren't coming back here because we got like a tree across and stuff, and we're gonna find out where this goes. You know, what the hell? We're going on an adventure. I've never been down here before. We'll see what happens. Maybe this leads to where they're keeping all the legendary swords of shadows. Here we got some fungus, although I don't know what it is. Some weird stuff like that is actually edible too. Here's some really, these look like those other mushrooms we found earlier. They're really bright red or bright orange, but these are really tiny. Those are missing their caps. There's one with a little cap. Here's a really super tiny one. And here's some more over here. These are really, really tiny. Like, that cap right there is like, well, here, I'll put my finger in there. See how tiny that is? But this isn't like a trick where I have the phone way back and my finger's in the camera. That is really that small. And here's some weird looking thing. Okay, so I've never been back on this very overgrown 2-track. So this is an adventure for me too. We got some shrooms here, but they're water damaged and ate up. I have no clue what those are. I think the one mushroom, that red one that I said felt like a dodgeball, I think that might have been a bolet, was the term that I was looking for. All right, so I think we have just found jack-o'-lantern mushrooms. This is a poisonous mushroom. Although, I thought they're supposed to grow on the base of trees. But I'm pretty sure these are jack-o'-lanterns based upon the research that I've done. You can see that one's got a slug friend. They're really cool looking mushrooms, but you don't want to eat these. From what I've read, like I said earlier, they're not going to kill you, but you might wish you were dead. Don't eat them. And this is one of the mushrooms that people, I guess you could mistake for chanterelles, because they kind of look similar, although the jack-o'-lanterns are much more orange. Well, the slug can eat it, maybe, but not us. Here's some more ghost pipe. We saw this earlier on our walk. There's a lot of this stuff around. This is a parasitic plant that has no chlorophyll. It does not use photosynthesis. So that's why it's just completely free of pigmentation. It's totally white. It's very ghostly looking. It looks otherworldly. Very, very cool. That's actually the first time I've ever found jack-o'-lanterns in real life, so that's a pretty exciting find for me. Even though it's not, I prefer to find edible mushrooms, but still, that's just such a colorful mushroom. To me it's like finding a lightning split sorewood, right? Here we got something's hiding under here. Oh shit, oh my god. A branch scared the crap out of me. I thought there was an animal Okay, this looks like it's just some kind of ribbon. That's just something. Some ribbon tape or something. I thought it was mushrooms hiding under the leaves. At the corner of my eye, I saw a branch that I think I caught on my backpack, and it moved. And I thought there was like a deer there or something. It scared the crap out of me. And we do have bear here. I've never run into one, but I know they're in this area. And I don't have a friend with me to push down in case we're getting chased by a bear, so I might be SOL. It's like we might be coming to a clearing. I mean, coming down this 2-track, just finding those jack-o'-lantern mushrooms made it worth it. That was awesome. I've been looking for those for a few years. And no doubt they're all around, I just never found them myself. It's like that chicken of the woods that I found for the first time last month. You know, that's a common one. I just never found it. Oh, and that reminds me, I forgot to bring my knife in case we found any good mushrooms. Oh well. And I didn't even bring my mushroom bag. I wasn't really planning on doing that though. I just thought we'd do a walk, you know. Just see what we can find. It looks like this 2-track just kind of ends in this clearing. It might continue over there. Looks like maybe this... Oh, no, I thought maybe this was like a fire pit, but... like an old fire pit. It's weird that this 2-track just ends in this clearing. I wonder if there was... And the sun is really, really bright on the screen, so right now I cannot see chat. Ooh, here we have another mushroom. I think this is another one of those boletes, but I don't know for sure, you know, what this is. And you can see critters have been eating on it. Went off a few times and then he finally started digging in. So that repellent is not perfect. Okay, here we got blueberries.